I said for quite one. I said for quite one. I said for quite one. If I say, I don't move to one. Oh, you go.
Woman call answer, yen my coffin too. And I say, Ubia, Monko too. I will say, I will say, I want to fire with one call. It was here for Yamohonina, aha Yamohona Kwaba in the Sozeba Asasi Radio 100.3, the voice of our land. It was here for between hours, Jumezi, Ochogu, Fante Papabi, Yezu Tutua Quanum, Emma Ihuoka Seno home for son, in a Yezi bro, years she and Abacos Samono, in a year she be so hard to Wama in Chirimba. It was here for Yamoa Kwaba, and there is Bibi Kakrabu Cherum. Ansana heni dwumezina repo yakodo ende da yante asamdaw oye mbowre ya oben heni a wo friend mori dem na yeze friend ofre nyi kwaja no mori asebu amemfi no mori ono na oye ne esi hoi chede asochi yantem bi obabantam ho ende da ema ehum kase otu ifipum abrofo bakare tidal waves Obakata wondoma hwana dana osisi epona no ni nyinara wedru grebu egu epono mu nti ebusuafo mekare nana ya akwa onyi visuals kakra ehwa oma ye hu bi nti no tamu phone sisi a erite mumpo ewo wo radio a mesra ode fa wo phone na ko Facebook na abo asase 100.3 ebo obaba ehwen obaba na waso ahwebi moriman minyimde bebre hona ahoma ahyehyew bebre hona ahoma ahyehyew ata
mati
oye na wesi ho ati bie ho a mati
aw and the na many regent of Mori Nana Obokase na many chat to WhatsApp na dama bring a mente
okay
ti many chat to we pe na many news no oh
into what my share ebusuafo msafo phone na call Facebook kobo Asasi Radio 100.3 it's 100.3 na ozo baba Cape Coast enti nana yakwa
na mambira ma wo ma mo me ba hompo na opuna la baby ma wo wal awalo kula ntisi bi kuna bi kacha banade adan wusin wa hwem adan wonsin wa hwem na mama mi mo be ya mo sha asa mo disi dan wa ha na dan opuna we chiri kula yutuma hia pu yutuma yakwa ayo do na azikizi agul ndisi wakana dan ni sa hwem adan ni sa hwem ti se abana mo madina na na mabo wa mbo na yin baby ma yefa nsamba na mabo hen
mpanyin wo hoi wo bube disiru amanzano wasi wenyo bra wanku nehu iya mabora wanku nso nehu hene nyanom a wowo mbori abra sebu kwa mankase wanafa wowo mori na ho academy she efia kasa yudo yankan fie efie titifia nkasa tidema wo chede ina fie winsensi eponano nemum ina denu nkono ehone nyinu no ono na pri akwa aboto hwan na bibia ne yebohia ho sombo de sun winning ni nyina aka ho na won wo chede ehone po wonfam ya wo so was it defend one ho another was it kabia ma ho so wo ye me de no sisia no epono wiziza wa be fie inti wiziza be fie na obe campaign fo wo go de sisia ze ye wo ho baby epono
ena adama semi wesi o si ho so otumisi ha wo
aka sembe de ena nkube naze wo ho
ena nkube nyina wo ho nyina
azokra ena ye wodudia nkube na ndua wo insano nti aya miyem hyehyem de yehwe yanem pano yaze fi olalokon na yetwetwe nkube na owom de ibinum woze ye recreational centers and pubs na ze obaji wenyo ho but nessa so titire onam no wosin kuben to serve as windbreaks and those kind of things. I must say tidal waves be fi punumba one waji ama ontumba inland na sisi ayehwe ugaha
nsarehwe
nyo sisi ayehwe ugaha nkube no wo mpa na from olawani akwo twitwokwan ochine bi anhwa obeye onya samdel damma morifu wakada na nkube owe asisi awe twitwokwe they serve as a windbreaks za ofi pumo za o insuzebo ma storm zebo nini adama nkube na ndua we dudua
yente za mpenyen roka
maka magana manna wiase na nkanka bebi ala mawe biala wo wat bebi aye gine yi apasampo ano oye uncle mohuntam na maame fie na oye twide na busua wo apam wo busua fie na aye gine yi na fie wo hina consume ni na rekedi se ye ka eda na wa consume a oye more than 15 anto me yedu ha mi adene starting kaka akra na eda ne lubu na eda ne he hina na hia mago biara a olite bia oye mawe bia onyim de apasampo ano hia mago hina sisi a onye bebi mpo a obotum na wedwi nti sisi hia me ya akọ ene na ansa apa moye Monday no apa me no so za wabeni nti atoto asre aban in fact baby ayedu hwe ekọ etu ayempo ano wo mini na powers wo ina say didira ni na wugudu a worhwe powers wo no de be ya ma wugu etu ayi wo sisi alpere se mpa nyubiri apono so nyubiri bia na no abosol se nyubiri apono na no bosol a ihu baby are yekọ ende obi boto ya makol no wa agbekọ ya makro tin ni ye no ya ma no kotin abu ankan wo ya ma nkan efe na efiri nkan more than 1 period ya makotin na sare ya magwo mi sisi we be wi a wozugu afi efi ya mandumpo a ye be fefi a wa said nam aha ya ye be yebotumi aye bia nti ya hoden no apa sisi be be yedu kira aban no mboa nti e be sra aban ono nti na bra na wa ye landing beach no ye zikan ye hia deputy minister of afana Rosen highway obese ne ka che won de eduma ye we yan na chi baby so say minister boy na no bolo obaba nso obi a nedwuma do so no wontum wamba ntende se gya ya ka yesre ye no wa minister yin na amampanyin na ado yin obi biara obotum abaye mu wo manomboa yesre omomba omoboen afi mo wo fumba so wa kontum bebi biara mo yi bebe ware wo no yesre de bombaden de abohwe mo we
fam na abukase ampa na regent mowe ma bi fam mowe mu yo kase ye gina baby fam apese na haben epikakra na dem wo wetua no na na jude ya na asemo tere mi si epon o pefie obubu ade bebre wa hanom ye la kwato DC n'enyim ye la kwa regional minister n'enyim investment ma ye nyam go biara ma waka ban dai ye ya papa o ya ba ma abani
kwato ye te upa.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Bichia bijowe free bichia gwa fumpenfo nyina na sebio e mo re mami is mani papa no krom mo re one mami no pafi but mo in fact makoma mo last night me tuma nda up to now ent masere igwai rather start for my keta e won we dza wa be hwan na e won we tawia mpenfo nyim yes won ko mo re ti se we du mo re no do ase here anti about mobaba Oya Samaba, because I was in Thailand, a brought tsunami, also a Thailand, and millions of people died. They lose their life. In Thailand, we are waiting. Maybe they go with Thailand. When you are one year, one come wrong in some ways. Answer about men can too much ways to tell program. But let me just because paying for regional minister and a third time and paying for one to one year more. Let's see defense. One from one union more was where more papa.
Yo, yada se papa yo me hu de binum so peda wo ba ahoma no do wonsi abota ende henyu aber papa
oh there my papa pain okay about ahwesam
onunti na mo se yehwe mwori
ame mizini gina indian you twa a roadside no especially show lawa na what clear was it paps nazin
Indiana work.
Yeah. So many factors.
Okay.
Because you're tidal waves. Tidal or you humo fi a pum. Noraba. Inti unkube dear or your dini ye. Or serve as wind breaks. Ne ye richogui. So or chinebe mention them. Ne unhume be fi pum. Not sure or cross the street in there.
No rube fi.
Or rube inland. Inti one may share yane unkube dear ye trend. Na yazi ye bibi for friend. It's 7 a purpose. On your doses work is it kind of full and not uncanoful when you maybe when you so see
when you butaya and
when you so see into what you do you could be baby or
what simple
pocho manesi so man penyin and it
so baby and was it sabi I don't cough on the fire the door of no return you soon what door of no return and
no one
yes no was won't do but in the only sooner quickly into BP on namdo into what you be see one into you won't for so the kube osisi a ponana ne olewe it's 7 a purposeful gamana or chine bi yen hwano
enam ho ebo hunde nkube na ebubu hunde nkube no ho akere wan na o chede bi enubiri no nsam bi kodo nzama bi kodo nzama bi fupum bo nzama mo sevien nte bwana nkube na ragugu fom na ntabana na azen na branches ni ya wetutu na ogukwan ho bebre na ye namdupo ma yeriza agor nti sende nkube ni nyina akwa na ihe nkasa mpanyin na hwan chada hwan wensua science hwan ihe yesi wonyimze no hwan mom wo hunu nyansa ze nkube sisi mpoano na sa ihe na nde yenyimze yerutwa na se yensanso mfa bi nhya ho na ye hena apeze wo ho a no ihara na ye tu hena amuna na wi ihara yekogum ehwemori oye na wesi ho chada if ebusuafie a wos wo be ye
jeni hu hwe na yete ekuno
ye yo nti chada baby wo be ye yi numpo ni nyina akɔhye pum but nsam no doso me na binum so reka de ehwana nkasa no na filling station crowd wo baby a webubi nanyim crowd no chede puno wechi nti wori tanhwen na epuno rebenyim wori ti na epuno rebenyim nti ahwe ti wo gwai han ahwieti wo gwai han de bebi alaji fisherman ka ahwieti wo gwa mpano hano wosimpanyimfo so na wo hyechi ko inyiska emfa tipa nkesi ho na embo boys pai da won ti ahwea mfongum so was ahwea na baso na anta won so onye ho na adwuma nti o ye ihe nyina
ya na sese
na yerizi dam dwuma yo nti no ebusiafo ye bokodo na inde dwumaza yesheshe de yerbeze no yeza bebusu ha ya asase radio 100.3 the voice of our land inta asase no na yer kasa yeze kire numu mba no inde yamfa nto
mori asemi ama musunsuma abofom kakra
oh mama oran ho
onya arehumpo like
aboto wahum wa shesho kakra
because what's a obina bojo sareshwood na sunsu this was
as a bata fancy as a bata igwa oroba roboba
dem man papa pay ken yeti bi waketao sisi a wedu ya hwan ha ebia nzama orukod bi dia ahweti anam kubia wotwetwe wampa no na wewie won dem nti yanso otwe ye krado na eze nzamba gukwem na dama semi ibi ntugu aman
okare even mpo hiama kakraba hiama ba kro onpo bro 1 billion nti hiama ba bro 1 billion
na
osisi ansa na wo net na ezegum na so si ho na wave si bi ba na obasesa hiama ni obobbo hwan na osesa ho no gunso no de na okwa ebakada hwana ba na yerbuso afra abano chisia ma chede ma nwoso mframombo abane
the issue is we are not environmentally conscious of our environment because saying if we are environmentally conscious anka sun wind in asemi onyanda asem no susa no ze be mo na mpanyimfo wo tu asrafu kogu mpa no naze then ama won kete ma wontie ahwe na so ebisa ekwa out canvas ebisa yankofu obakere won so adwuma yen
dem na wara ka waso won so won galam say on yi de wo betan hwe na wo hatan on se dem abanu mu hu na adwuma wo ye
so if we are all environmentally conscious of the baby one the wonsano and anything can happen at any point in time into oche conscious when zaman kor anebie na otum course dama ohumi obefi puma be anadama mejizi de yenye wasuzi asafo nkano na nkoy wona adwuma nanso ye na janum asafo na kasa wona na woye afere adwuma nanso wo hwe madam nzi kodo nkano so no ye wona adwuma obohwe madam azinya abotuto yi nti won ma wona adwuma do bio yesra ho ye na janum asafo a woye afere adwuma
ana he ne enya AC defense di binti
onye de enya nti
nenyi na wonta ahwea wo C defense what's nasi
nyo
hey nti yara bazi ya
nti we all have to be environmentally conscious
me hu da nkrofo wenyu agye ho da wo baba nkomo emi wasn't den de zen cheda ye that me hu da nkrofo wenyu agye ho da wo baba nkomo emi bi nti na pa akojo tomi o London ya oze mirika wa friend tan anya da ma ontum mfre 0593882652 0593882652 inde do bi simo pam ba asase fie ha de anti am be phone numbers na amante na ma afre nti nala wa atwepe na efi ni fie atwebu ka aka ho aba asase ha do be gi number na ye bone tata dododo o ye da ma wonte nti 0593882652 about your dana yanko video no do
awomotiado
okay enti no yen shase
enda jumeze ye bezi often yene abefum fimfite radio and journalism oshasi ewo ebibimanim ya kanu hada there's a ben ugame ha nzema bebri na broni also domihen na nzema kra na ebie ne bi wa ma wontum wanten ha ma ninya ekupem bebia titir enkred yaka the first sport in Gold Coast yaka Citadel of Education football cricket printing nende yerubosua so there journalism shasi we gwe ha na yemfa ndasema the then governor Sir Charles McCarthy oba Gold Coast ha a few days oba in 1822 oba setting up media landscape wa ha.
Wow.
Ma onam do meden puna mechre dana osi social welfare where broadcasting room the first ever
in West Africa.
Inti in zama kra yebosia in the radio or shasu ha abe newspapers and ozi nyim be ya mezebo do independence in the abe institution ku ana edwumaku bia also the media landscape nasen wo Ghana meimu na yebo there Methodist asor is the only institution they have helped in the institution of media landscape in Gold Coast.
Okay, into ebusia fun wana waso gumoda we team. Mo phone lines na mgbe but yentumi nzi nkomo won fancha papa no wo de nde henu dwuma no ye tiedo. Mmore nsam no ze obasene yara na nde nsama yerbakan na yeze atugwa no. Yerhwe Eliko the last time obe no baka che hende the first ever bia watsene wo broadcasted to them metsena haya wo ufie wo gom etemanka obi ebuemu ho etemanken ofi woye no gwa ha ema ozi date be mo kire hen bebia wozi damudwuman efo kokuyiko social warfare no soro ho eden bi si ho okire CCR po owo ho edan si ho CCR ehwe bebia metsena wa asase radio kra no mo hwem ekwan na odem no aha nti no ono no honsam na yerbaka na ese Methodist for
onyenyi yarehwe ogwa ahemfon ye do nana agree the 15 na Aberdon yakade nzamba filbekweku ye na Anglican Mission 2 asori in 1824 ono na oka ebibifo ahemfa we lay down the foundation of the Methodist Church da makasani aka wa ha yanka de ono not to Methodist asori no
lay foundation
aber Anglican mission wo closing in 1824 after the death of Philip Kweku no ohina no wo gwa ha oye agree the 5th okay bibifo ho they laid the foundation for a new church obey the Methodist Church nti se ka edwumoku ana nyamesum ku bia wo som ma the media landscape otintimi wo film wo Ghana menu and Gold Coast mema the Methodist Church.
Wow.
Nti yabashasi efi abra Governor Sir Charles McCarthy obogwa memu ha in 1822 oba establish the first ever newspaper our friend the Royal Gold Coast Gazette.
Wow. Royal
Gold Coast Gazette in 1822. And before so we established another one called the Intelligentsias. Into our break, Aban use the Royal Gold Coast Gazette to communicate to the people about Nzama Bruina Ban Padoye. In a before now, there's a also Warwickshire Kwana Ubotum when you Bruina Ban Sakasa Damazi in the Ukrumbafu and Amanfo Wape.
Wow.
So the newspaper, the media landscape was a two-way communication. And the Bruina Ban offered the Royal Gold Coast Gazette also communicate to Amanfo Zawapadawaye. In the Kumbafuno so in Mizafono we use the Intelligentsias. Once waka Ukumbafu as a wapeno was a chair Bruina Ban. Now when see her Nimpa Obe, the editor of the newspaper, was friend Captain Alexander Gordon Lang. Was a honor no finding Sierra Leone's the Majors River. Na dama temuniha. And the Captain Alexander Gordon Lang is credited to have discovered Sierra Leone's major river. Honor no a governor printer William Cooling. One will free town, Michelle Sierra Leone for military reasons. What bay back according to K.A.B. Jones Kwate, Nubukum Ghana Express 1822 to 1960. One will share the Royal Gold Coast Gazette num kena. The two-way communication with Boina Ban in the Ukromafano ways mu. When Suara newspaper be out after that in Abra oye opinina oye Governor Sir Charles McCarthy authority metre what called the Battle of Nsamanko, the battle, the Anglo-Ashanti War. Abrofo no nya asantefo no kono obey in 1824. A governor no call and kan no wako kono bi. Nti Akrampa asafo. Wanye one was enyim waka governor no ho asafo nya akobi ba na woye mulattoes fun. The interbreed fun wanamba. Nti waka governor no wakoko River Bonsa in present day western region. Okay. One of the Battle of Nsamanko or happening. Until one year, governor established the Royal Gold Coast Gazette in 1822. Authority 2 years obey a governor in authority. It's in paper and one chair. Ni paper and one chair.
No die out. In your office system.
Office system. No munara in a yani paying our friend James Houghton a brew of Abrodunko.
Oh.
James Houghton Brew of Abrodunko established in 1874. The Times of Gold Coast.
Wow. Times.
Yes.
The Times of Gold Coast.
Yes. It was the first African-owned, fully printed newspaper I will produce.
Nyempanifi Abrodunko.
Then the Prince Brew of Abrodunko. As I was a candidate, he was the first African to have owned and printed of a newspaper or solely managed by an African.
Wow.
In 1874. When Siwara also Triado or by another newspaper, new newspaper no about 2 weeks on your daily. So in March 1874 to this November 1888, and the onion painful been more back canon. I was started will produce so many newspapers. The about share a bit there, Charles Bannerman, 3 years after James Houghton Brew of Aberdunko or established the Times of Gold Coasting in the way capital fee Guamemha. Was a conquer. Now was a conquer. Yes, you are the painful the intelligentsia as a phone. Were two bring up and one can. As I is one way or the walk conquer as a one son. Work a two bring up and one the one newspaper was a treasure you come baffle. What pay fee bring up and home.
Not telling you yet, it's one.
Honestly,
yet it's
ya more at home.
Ya more on Gabat.
And say them will go ahead if he had. At it, man, and me talk baby, sir.
As an attack.
It's Charles Bannerman, no so can establish the Accra Herald.
Oh.
In 1885.
Not in fancy, I know what I
have. No, can find and can fire. Accra natives, Nani, Usu, Teshi, Nungane, a cantonment, the full name, Yawa. People from different places work establish a way. Charles Bannerman established the Accra Herald. Later, Ochenyi bear the West African Herald. James Houghton Brew of the Times of West Gold Coast, or bear any editor and proprietor. This is all be there. Wabra Accra Herald was in Central, with full scrap sheet to do. And the West African Herald on our print because it's for the West African countries. One in there, the idea of nationalism no start over. The Ebibi man, prayer, Fauzi, into Accra Herald. Was a penetrate, was a ba, what Tom Kofu Yabikanen, and then the West African Herald on the print. Ninya we swear no paying James Brew so one funded journalism in Gufum, or also established you could be often the Western Echo. The Western Echo. Now Western Echo often Kofi Bien, Akuya no wafase. No wafase no be Joseph Ephraim Castle Hayford. I don't know, was not to hall we use is often Casford Hall. Castle Hayford no wafase na Thomas Lang on Thomas Brew offer James Houghton Brew of Aberdunko offer one on the Western Echo na you o developing nkofi ma Castle Hayford obey the organizing secretary of the Congress of British West Africa established here a bibi manufacturing can one boom after the Aborigines Right Protection Society until you see newspaper the owl to demand for independence and self-government. On the year there, Kwame Nkrumah ni independence na yekan. Is it come for a way to one and one?
The
Western Echo, the West African Herald, the Owl. Any newspapers what's that the word demand for self-government now? A bibi man yabaka de Kwame Nkrumah Ghana may and the Yazimba Kwame Nkrumah Yazibonizini. Na also one so no yenza bebre no dum bibi no twe dem amakan matter this asor was one bom The Methodist Asar was the only institution who contributed to the growth and development of journalism in Gold Coast. As a Mr. Brew ne activities the Western Herald no or ending in 1887 wa bra oye yene mahin na ne started the first authority dama breno no authority and Methodist mission was establish a newspaper I will find the Gold Coast Methodist
newspaper
the Gold Coast Methodist no were used to only propagate the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
Now when you see what the Gold Coast Methodist, now what's the son over in the Methodist Times? To the Methodist Times in the new social reorganization of the Aborigines Right Protection Society.
And how social media started or about.
Into Methodist now what to the Gold Coast Methodist was a kind of summon. No, what's the son over in the Methodist Times? Wasn't one part. They became the mouthpiece of the Aborigines Right Protection Society.
Whoa.
We see Mesa Saba was the founder of the Methodist Times. Wow. Mesa Saba or Methodist. Or established the Methodist Times. Area was also established the Gold Coast Independence. James Bright Davis. No so Oshasiwaha. The Gold Coast Nation. No so bay. The Gold Coast Leader. No so bay. All these newspapers became associated with the Aborigines Right Protection Society. They were demanding for independence and self-government now. Even before Kwame Nkrumah was invited from Baby Owodo Ombra, number the secretary for the United Gold Coast Convention. Now, as some crowd to matter this penyon what friend Reverend S.R.B. Solomon. What about friend Reverend S.R. Atahoma. Atahoma na was on Kenya Mesa and on Trenya Mesa monk of Wunsued. NH or your politics. No politics, no, you're on your in the politics. There was a call for nationalism. The a baby man, Yankee, Bumni, your own family, in fee above full sim. No matter this, I swear, one wonder, watching a sunny, what I saw no, Nania when we are or join me, or pay me or friend Reverend K. Ejir Asan. My wife established the Methodist Times. Yeah, my essence in your Gold Coast Echo. Isube Castle for the Bay, the Gold Coast Chronicle, the Gold Coast People, Mesa Sabanera Uzima Dunton, the Gold Coast Independence. When you were established all before the 1900s.
Wow.
Jumeza was in was a the newspaper was to conscientize the African mentality.
Okay, into your share Sir Charles McCarthy in the time. No, what row? And then Bibi Abasna was a quarter. Was about income na watchro na one newspaper no onu bi no ba ana what for pen na was the trana not then
the evolution of pen and ink writing in the waba diamond brain in a Yeroko into the 17th century when then Mary Erichsen was that quarter was the actual one but diamond brain into a castle a bill of papers is handwritten. It was wounds was actually him because how delicate it is, you know how delicate it is, you know. It's in the ink writing waba the evolution waba. Then I make that the Accra Herald no was a pen, no was a throw full scalp sheet to do, but the West African Herald, you know, no none were print was
into what throw full scalp sheet. No, papers are here no out. Watch in
the Oba every 2 weeks on your daily newspaper.
To watch 2 weeks.
Why the Air magazine your daily publication.
Of course,
in your
of course. Okay, into my uncle Facebook ne wiana asana atiedo amam. Onu pay into boy phone lines. Nana kojo da as Coleman. Also ashase no ntie nka also sound. Abby Fox Love, also God bless you for your good work. Watching you from Maryland. Yeah, that's a papa. Kwemiri. Also, Fanti newspaper we used to read was Unkwantebisa. Do we have any local language newspaper now? Unkwantebisa. In Unkwantebisa. Nkwanta oye ebasa. Ewa. Ekrosha ha
T junction.
Crossroad. Ewa T junction.
Ya Nkwantanan.
Cross ni Nkwantanan.
Nkwanta
bisa ebasa.
Either the T or the Y junction.
The Y or the T junction. Only Nkwanta bisa. Okay. And also good reporting, good journalism. Yeah, that's it, papa. Parko Joto and also of on what Chicago na. And Parko Joto me also Mori disaster is a lesson to Cape Coast. We should learn from here before it happens to us. Greetings from Birmingham. You that's a papa. Ochede when I was bridge was shara na pa. Ihena wasn't here. You damn time in on so bana was also. We'll take one morning show when 11 messages in all who see but Moshe Shanker na mazama. Okay, importo to your domain.
Ayo say you record that you trade the Gold Coast year by the early 1900s, you know. There was the most turbulent and exciting the history of Gold Coast press, you know. Ushers were 1930 to 1937. Honestly, no, usher in the new age of commercialism. Newspaper. In Kofi Bebre, they were using it essentially first, you know, to talk about the emancipation of the country. See, commercials kakra. Na numu na yenya journalist kwere. Dodo your friend Dr. Joseph Kwame Chirechie. Okay. Chirechie Buache Dankwa. Dodo yenyim your friend JB Dankwa. Okay, the big six. JB Dankwa. Ono no obey the doyen of the Gold Coast politics. Or you see Nuru as a journalist extensively to write papers. What publish columns or signal in the fight for Ghana's independence. No, or you see the West African Times or later the Times of West Africa in 1931. No, a daily newspaper. Into on the OUC
or printed. Okay.
In the row and year, our friend Mabel Evelyn Dove, later be Mrs. Mabel Evelyn Dankwa, or play as a freedom fighter, as a political activist, or be the first female member of the Legislative Assembly of Gold Coast, or play in the Oma in the Izina wa friend Ghana, or be bada Yanamanido. Na JB Dankwa no opoposi is in Ghana, or no columns, no writings in. Also, that Ghana was an ancient empire, or one of the Western Sudanese states in the 11th or the 10th century, way back in North Africa. Inti on hina no or dama time in or no or retre how opoposi Ghana. Na ninya proposing no ye ninya came back to Cape Coast.
Wow.
Or come back to Cape Coast was the bond of 1844.
Yeah.
Was signed with Castle, Palava Hall. No, or me there, the bond of 1844, no, or can you share Brunina Banasi. So he proposed the date for Ghana's independence. 6th March in the Yezi, as our Independence Day, was proposed by J.B. Dankwa that it was on the 6th of March, Yazi Yangushe Brunina Banasi. So if any date will be convenient and appropriate for us to gain our independence, then it should be on the 6th March after 104 years of being under the British imperialism.
Whoa. Nana Kojo Dazuko, man, also civilization, Nara, is from Mfantafo. Emmanuel Odd remains also watching you live from Ohio, USA. Yeah, that's a papa. Marcus, Lord Marcus, also greetings from Virginia Beach. Let's keep educating ourselves. Asase Radio, yeah, that's it. Ohinewa Mickey, also listening and watching you from Ankerful Prisons. Yeah, that's Papa. John Silfi, also, I'm watching you live from Ansepetu. Yeah, that's it. Emmanuel Audrey, also, keep up the good work. John Silfi, also very impressive. Yeah, that's it. Zaya Kanoya one a day. In the abrochir for Waba line of the pa wash when you are. Yeah, chedu.
Nemum, I will say more women there. Answer a Kwame Nkrumah or Babe the Prime Minister or establish a newspaper called the Evening News.
Oh.
And also preaching a self-government now.
Okay.
Now, I will say there only two no be the president of Ghana. I will be can ask me biara. using the newspaper or social media no.
No, actually.
Right.
Oh,
Na
okay.
yenya ibinum fi Sierra Leone watching ninya obestedi how you use your newspaper wa ha. Yezi preach for emancipation of the country. Be a Nigerian, the first Nigerian president. Nnamdi, our friend Nnamdi as a Kiwi, yes. Okaho, no so obestedi. Obusian wa ha. OUC and Wallace Johnson in 1936 on also watching for sedition.
Wow.
One of them to pass the sedition law. The mama a baby money be and cast tia and are not involved in any illegal means or overthrown Bruina ban if a baby money. And so they passed the sedition law to stop the African intelligentsia so we'll use the media landscape, especially newspaper, to conscientize the people to demand for independence and self-government now.
Wow. Damasa mize eja mensa free woman cho be am do pop.
In 1939, the Asante Pioneer was established by the United Gold Coast Convention. What to United Gold Coast Convention was Salt Pond. Newspaper was the Wonjuma, the Asante Pioneer in 1939. Ibia Wensuho, and in 1935, the first ever wired or electronic media. Our friend Zo.
Oh. It was the
first ever electronic media in Gold Coast was established in 1935 called Zo. Western Day Kukumase, Second Day Koferidua, and Kren, Cape Coast and Yedemufua. These are all the events. The radio station Zo later became GBC. The GBC, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the first ever name was the Radio Zo. In 1935, which was being established. To where Western was second Kumasi, Kufuridua, and Cape Coast. It's by the mouthpiece of the government, of Bruina Banon. Na yaji yani independence, it became or it was renamed the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GBC.
Wow.
Na answer by your koda, them make JB Danko Nasa more Ken wa Ghana home. On them pay the mistakes in verbatim. I say. According to history, Ghana used to be a prosperous empire in the north of Africa, dating its origin to times of the 11th BC. The original name, Akana. The original name of Ghana Empire in Akana was corrupted by Arabs to become Ghana. And the Arabs found Akana in Ghana. During the reign of King Obin Kwame, North Africa, no, he was from King Obin Kwame.
North Africa.
That was when the old Ghana Empire, under the Western Sudanese state, like the Ghana Empire, the Mali Empire, the Songhai, the Hausa state. So the Ghana Empire during that time was led by Obin Kwame. Arabs, what turn is in Akana to Ghana. So Ghana was invaded by warlike Arabs who desired to impose Islam on its people. They resisted and eventually deserted their land. Their diaspora brought some of them to Gold Coast. Oyende. The treaty signed in Cape Coast on the 6th of March 1844 is exactly 104 years. And if there is an hour of liberation, it should be on that set date. Into Oyende Kwame Nkrumah also yane onya brofo no queen oji independence on the 6th of March. Oyo Jumeza JB Dankwa. Okafa there 6th of March 1844. In the the 8 fancy chiefs in the Alan Sherman think assembly means I am the pa or see a politics abroad 1 year and none was 1 year politics.
In your 1 year himful no
in the Ghana constitutional band where you were from because on one in the woman yazi yanensa ko shebo ina benase there
yeah indeed biom yeah mfra here ho king yeah be fra here ho chiefs ni na so bobo e bay ni akaka ho
the me patch in there majebi dan ko the treaty no on my na solely yazi yan kwashe won na benase. So that was the law and the treaty no kan nya shebo ina benase nti se ye beji yane fanwuzie fi boina benase no no ze yen celebrate that same date na yeze ye kashe boina benase which is on the 6th of March. So on 6th of March 1957 was exactly 104 years he proposed the date e won write is JB Dankwa So Kwame Nkrumah came using CPP by establishing a newspaper called the Morning Telegraph and the Cape Coast Daily. Into Kwame Nkrumah, you see the evening news to look at the writings of J.B. Dankwa, and he fought for that set date, which is the 6th March, to be used. Now I signed Parliament to England that will be the date Ghana will be officially will gain its independence. Yes. Out of your church there, these intelligentsias were writing to bring no use in the newspaper. Or the chum or when also use one they were demand.
One pin there was a hen found who's
it was being discussed in one parliament that these are what the intelligentsias of Gold Coast they are demanding. That it was a peaceful treaty which brought the nation into their ambience. Into Embraso 104 years if their Ghana is going to gain independence, they want it on that same date.
Ebusia for a high assassin radio 100.3 the voice of our land. Ebusia for in some year king na me the mobile phone lines to pour better than politics CC and to am muhuma minye. Ebusia for Martin ye there. Martin ye there. Yershe newspaper the whole of West Africa. Cape Coast. Now what shall I say the watch newspaper?
The Royal Gold Coast
Gazette.
The
Royal Gold Coast Gazette.
In 1822.
A newspaper.
And the Intelligentsias.
Watch only be norable bun. In year shen far by ne juma was it them newspapers no was easy. Best in da ye wahi. It is a history kakra buma on your politics na area yezu shiazi. Ankasa. Na brentie ya otimeni mi. Mo bonen feature we beka de hobei enso wansi hobei nti mombo nanyu mfiri bebre enso kan na wa kan no mu nsam no ka chen nti abema yen wo friend source non crofo a wo beji chimi de jama ya hyada na yakafo abetena ha de beka botu ehuntuma gu Ghana fo enyu ana beka bibi no o sende onya planned o ya za yerusua enyo nti ebi o kaka Kwame Nkrumah na sama na akoto Ghana mbra into my source.
Okay. I connect able to my search for the role of the Ghanaian media towards achieving independence.
Okay.
The role of the Ghanaian media towards achieving independence by Frank Asante and Faith Jonku Ogawa.
Okay.
Ono ebo daman semi American. Ebo the role of the Ghanaian media towards achieving independence. Frank Asante and Faith Jonku Ogawa.
Okay. You.
In 1950, and they established a daily graphic in the Sunday Mirror. And then the Ghanaian Times was started war baba. A newspaper no media affairs, the media landscape, radio back home, the affairs broadcast by GBC. And still, it's been incorporated in Yara. It was used for the fight and the independence of the nation.
Yo, maba, ebasana tuedo. E was here from one called JK Farms. I say, hello, my people of Central Region. Mazanampabo, a cratchy for warrior cotton. Yazanampaba. No one was say cotton and pension. Was say obise, Obama or Borio cra. No, so to me, cotton, main Ginny chim. Oh yeah, so ain't no ya catch one hour Edna Elmina Kaswa Mankesim Salt Pond Abanza Jokwa. There was a new catfish farm be aba. Catfish ye agin in your catfish or ye agin. Ain't no JK fish farms on one was waba agin ankasa agina tele more so small war and more ya dintem when I was one aba 90 work catch hotels, restaurants, chop bars, schools, debra na individuals today hindi eko kwejina wa points and kill mpocho me pay na me bambala tedamara Muwia na mazabe fie ma ba ye me pepe soup bi na aze no sepede eba na egbo huo sepede ye de no ni nyina JK Fish Farm was it bamo inti no wo abroad nko nde ebo abrodun kwa wo azimo wo abrodun kwa wo ben edumfa prayer camp eba fra hon wo 024 1220 969 and 024 0609 548 JK Fish Farm wase yezenam paba nti yenjai onkoto enyim koto bi na ofa no koto be yifo na koto anyan no ni ngwarapo se ngwarapo wo kasi nechire ha konyale so
man kasi nechi
ugwara
mugo finfi
koto anyan e mo awon na mbaba no ono wonwe ewusiafo wase membi so there wo post office box no ekogbe ndahinni akọ update with information ana ekaye wonyim ye the only post office box and can no what did you fancy pa we ebusuam e bona hypocrisy no post office box in there we gbe atum kona kwajibi se ekwaji ya chaw na enko update information akọ na ko update nkotu a wo bills akọ na kotu onye dem a wo beji if you winsem 30th April ya woji if you winsem American day my birthday 28 20 so it was here for star 447 star 160 hash na chede call one platform no do na ko renew wonzama ko ye wonzama ye ka hihyo hu ye na wanje boxing influence him e be friend one was 0209752663 and 0243111537 Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic or Queen Anne's Point saying you baby a Queen Anne's Point wo gwa ha no or hifa ekwan ehona Queen Anne's Point or ehona Queen Anne's odu
Princess Anne
odu Ghana ehona o sorry ojina na ka no do omogwa amanu we take jira kwa hu yina wo hu nde onunyi ehona o pay ifi ebo hwepo the whole West Africa
yes so Royal Lane wa ha I had no for Okapa Queen Victoria ne bus na what time of Victoria Park
Royal Lane some no we bu ogwe day enti no eko Queen Anne's Point wo Mori
Nejo Coronation Junction no so one of them wo bo no see
hey asamo it was from American Heartbeat asamo no yes abakoso review in the Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic wo Ekwan Junction wo mo menya mewu nti also koho ayerese bia was a bomb there oya chronic there oya acute oya massage services intensive physiotherapy sections or some specialized machines was a treatment and to suit your unique needs into bomozna na ko come on small the kwetwa scan bra koye lab bra we bibia wo ho prekun Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic also no side effect only benefit ohwana wo bo hende yemfa dwumezi yemfa bro time wa kan mo gbe phone mo gbe line say nyipa kro obabama 0593882652 waso gumuda frena ya apon
nti JB Dankwa oma ye kwatwe abakosam na sane bagwa mem ha bio there in 1822 na Governor Sir Charles McCarthy established the Royal Gold Coast Gazette and the Intelligentsia also no was the couple in Kenazinya was also be enforce the Cape Coast Daily Ocho there the bond of 1844 was signed on or propelled the date what discussing in the parliament to Abuchi there if Ghana is going to demand for their independence and self-government now it should be on that said date and he also gave out the new name or the birth of the new country Ghana Ozema a bibi man
and you message is awaba ma wabo mudupo muntu mempeke ko na muntu muso nkan messages ni na ose kwajo daze Coleman ose mama ba Coleman bra na betebi or frobio don bra no betebi ibi so te den yen time you so yen embre nasa
for kokore
yapim ebusia on fancha hen ati on fancha hen na nyame ya aduma da kro bi zo no ye benyam ber ye bu e phone lines no bi azana no oza atonkomo no mu ai yesra ho no pa oye model de hu nyina so du ho na obi azemika wa betena ne radio hu do bete nda so za ye wo ye zaman papa tintin ye wa be mo fa call obayire meme